You already know what time it is. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yes, welcome back to Gabriella's space, to our space, the place where we can chill, connect, uplift, and inspire. I am Gabriella, also known as welete, and yeah, I really hope one of the things here I'm about to say and speak about uplifts you and really inspires you. Today's one is actually what I've been like experiencing lately. Like it's something like I've been in the practice about, but I've constantly come back to it, and I'm like, yo, yeah, you are a good one. So today we're gonna speak about the art of detachment. In our last video, we spoke about um anxious attachment. If you and you weren't there, you can go there as well if you want to. That would be very sweet of you. But if you're here, either way, I'm grateful. So yeah, I'm drinking tea. This is rooibos with some citrus inside. Yeah, so yeah, I've been realizing lately how much we become attached to expectations, people, and experiences that come into our life. But we need to realize people are merely mirrors. They are walking mirrors reflecting us and our journey to ourselves. Who said that? Who said that? Because I want to know. No, but for real, like, people are actually like our mirrors, man. And they're always teaching us how much we have learned about ourselves and how much we've grown in ourselves, you know? So I've come to realize in myself that, like, people are showing me how much I've done my healing journey inside myself, how much healing I've achieved inside myself. The way I respond to people, it reflects my own journey inside myself. You know what I mean? So yeah, I really just want to say that, like, we should really allow ourselves to experience what we experience from moment to moment and day to day as an experience, as a gift from God, as a gift from the Most High to show us something that we had to learn, something that we had to experience, something that we had to like learn to feel, that we had to learn to understand. All of these things are showing us literally things that we need to learn, but also that people are just there to be who they are and the part that they need to play in our puzzle, in our individual story, and our individual book that we have of life for ourselves, you know. So I want to give you a reminder that you need to allow people to be who they need to be. We need to allow people to flow in and out of our life accordingly. You know what I mean? I'm not saying hold on to dead ends. Don't get me wrong now. I'm saying let go of what allow what is and what is given to you in a fruitful manner. But once it's run its course, allow it to then just be what it is. You know, the art of detachment, no? When I feel it, when I think about it, when I experience it, I feel like it's the ability to allow someone to be who they are without your needs, without your expectations, without your own feelings, without your own things getting involved. It's simply seeing other person as they are to be in life. It's who they are. Even experiences. We can't get attached to experiences and people. It's not how it was supposed to be. Really, life is look at the seasons. It's constantly changing. Life is constantly changing. Tomorrow will not be today. Therefore, how can you get imagine now? Just imagine you get attached to today. You must be very loving in the past. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's simply allowing yourself to be without the expectations of tomorrow, but allowing yourself to realize that I am here right now, and that is a blessing. Whoever I may be with, wherever I may be, I am blessed to experience this certain thing, this certain person. It's to allow people to be who you need them to be. No, not even. It's to allow people to be who they are to be in this world. To play the part they came to play in your season for a reason. I need water. So yeah, this message is really just to remind you to not get attached to anything that might like weigh heavy on you, because sometimes we get so attached to things that it actually becomes like a heaviness. Like it becomes like you're constantly thinking of it and you're like, why this, and what happens if this doesn't work out the way I want it to work out, what happens if this doesn't play out. But we need to remind ourselves that that's actually a story we've created in our head. It's a story that we've wanted for ourselves. It's not the way God wants us to live. It's not the way God ordained it to be, you know. It's not the way God wanted it to be. It's the way things need to be, you know. We need to start viewing things in a way of God's eyes. See things through God's perspective. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like, see, imagine you had a conversation with God right now, and you had to basically start viewing life in that way. You know what I mean? If you read your word, if you're a believer, if you're actually just like pay attention to like the book of life, you know what I mean, you'll see how much things there is to learn about it. And I just like Ecclesiastes teaches us like we need to learn to speak, to love life for what it's presenting to us right now. We need to learn to enjoy, to learn the fullness of enjoying every moment. Do you know what I mean? So to me, that's what the art of detachment speaks about. Like, I think these things are all to show us that we can't get too attached to anything if life and death are roads away. For in the Bible, it also says like, you choose the road to life and death. If it's so in your reach, it's literally choices that you're constantly making. If it's constantly choices that you're constantly making, then you need to become aware of how precious it is to actually be breathing. You know what I mean? To actually be experiencing things for what they are to be in life and for what they came to teach you. You know what I mean? Not every person is going to be there for your whole life, you know? No one. That's why I'm always constantly stressing how important it is to be rooted in yourself. There's this more quote now that says, be so rooted in yourself that no one's absence or presence disturbs the inner peace, the peace that you've built inside yourself. We need to remind ourselves, the art of detachment allows us to get closer to the sanctuary that we are building inside ourselves. I spoke about in my last video about safety in ourselves. And in that same category is also realizing that we are building this sanctuary that resides within us. And everything we do constantly out of habit, even affirmations that we're constantly telling ourselves, it's allowing ourselves to be reprogrammed in a certain way. We need to reprogram ourselves in a way of realizing that like we need to allow things to play out how they need to be without the need to involve any ego in it. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? So like I wrote something here that I want to share now. People are reflecting your own healing. They're merely walking mirrors. It's taking more of you not to allow yourself to see how people are experiencing their own human experience. Oh wait. It's taking more of you to allow yourself to experience people the way you want them to be, but not allowing them to experience their own self in this human journey. That doesn't make sense. Wait. People are reflecting your own healing. They are merely walking mirrors. It is taking more of you to not allow yourself to see how people are experiencing their own human experience. And the more you spend your energy elsewhere, outside yourself, you give yourself so much that you think about. Ask yourself, is this actually me taking accountability for my own experience? Or am I not even living in my own experience? So live in your own experience through practicing the art of detachment. You know what I mean? Because the more we're detaching from everything else that is outside of ourselves, the more we're retreating inside of ourselves. Do you know what I mean? We are going back inwards. We are going back to what actually is the real sanctuary. It's where everything starts. The ability you have to love someone, but allow them to be who they need to be. That's real though. You know what I mean? Because you're merely just accepting another person for who they are. And the same for experiences and places and things that you come to experience day to day, year to year, moment to moment. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is your reminder from me, from Gabriella, that you're doing great in life. Okay, that you're experiencing everything you need to experience to become the woman or the man that you need to be in this world. You are more than enough. And know that you're always loved, yeah? Always. I want to end off this actually with a quote that I wrote yesterday. And it says, power to the people, the woman and the man, using the energy to heal themselves and being proof of fruit bearing souls, of pure fruit bearing souls. Yeah? Let's enjoy September, yeah? Let's plant intentional seeds and let's uplift another other person. Tell people if they look good, they look good. Smile, if you feel like that energy. But be be proof of good things. Be proof of love. Be proof of unconditional love. Yeah. Take care of yourself. Look after yourself. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you immensely, okay? Bye. Till the next time.